Marianne,
Good afternoon, sir.
tell me about yourself.
Okay. My name is Marianne Mendoza. I'm 26 years of age, and I took up my BS elementary education, major in early childhood in Pasig Catholic College. I also took up my board exam last September 30, 2012, and I passed. We are two siblings of Adora and Reynaldo Mendoza, and I'm the eldest.
Okay, great. So, could you please share with me about your work experiences? When I look at your resume, you do have quite a number of work experiences since June 2010 until now. So, share with me what was the job duties as a preschool or nursery teacher?
Okay, actually, when I first got here, it is my OJT out campus. Then they absorbed me as their preschool teacher. So my first job is I teach nursery one. So there are almost toddlers, 3 to 4 years old. So I teach them on how the basic needs, on how to uh, identify alphabets, on how to trace letters, and then I also make them comfortable in their learning environment because I don't want for them to feel bad or feel scared because it is their first time in attending schools. And when the years pass, right, my employer assigned me to teach preparatory pupils, ages 5 to 6 years old. So the level of teaching is high. So I make them sure that they read English and understand or comprehend more on English.
Okay, great. You mentioned that you have taught nursery one ages 3 to 4 years old. What is the
Yes.
number of children or the number of pupils?
It ranges around 15 to 18 pupils.
What about ages 5 to 6?
Uh, the maximum is around 22 to 25.
Okay, so tell me just share with me a little bit when you entered to the classroom from early in the morning, like for example 7 or 8 o'clock, when you start to teach the two children. What do you do? What do you normally do? Perhaps you share with me, tell me the daily routine work from early in the morning until the closing of the center.
Okay. First thing, I need to go to school first before my pupils, and I make sure that the materials that I will use is prepared the night before because I don't want to make myself scatter or make my things look for where is it, and then when the children came, I make sure that they were comfortable, and then I also make sure that when the what else? When I teach, I want them to face with me and then repeat what I say, especially when I teach the English, because I want them to understand what I'm saying. But when I teach English, I also translate it in Tagalog for them to understand. And then I give them the activities, I also have an assistant. She helped me on how to when the activities is done. She helped me when she assists me, and then when my pupils has difficulty in the lesson, I make sure that it's um, either I give them one on one, or I talk to the parents that I talk to the parents that we need to have certain attention in this kind of subject. And then at the end of the day, I'm fix the things. I also plan for the next day or prepare the things that I will use for the next day.
Good. Who do the lesson plan? Yourself or someone else?
Again,
Who do the lesson plan? Yourself
me.
or yourself?
I
Okay.
do the lesson plan.
Good. So, why do you want to work in Singapore?
Okay, I want to work in Singapore because I want to enhance more my I want to enhance my teaching skills and on how to handle different kinds of people, especially foreign pupils. And then I also want to experience new environment.
Good. How is your health condition as of today?
I'm perfectly fine and I'm fit to work.
Are you a person who likes to take MC? MC, it means taking leave, going back to the Philippines, whatsoever, taking leave. Are you that type of
I
person?
know.
You're not.
No, I'm not that. No.
Okay, good. So, what are your strengths?
Okay. My strength is I am a person who I am a type of person who can deal with different types of people or parents or pupils. I can also handle. I have a very long patience in terms of handling pupils, different kinds of pupils, especially pupils who have some kind of ADHD or pupils who, who always roam around inside the classroom. I am also a type of person who meet the deadlines on whatever task that was assigned to me.
Okay, good. What are your weaknesses?
Okay. I am I am the person who wants to meet the deadline. So sometimes I get frustrated when some of my coworkers didn't do the task because we need to meet that deadline. So I help them or guide them in doing the task.
Okay. All right. So, you are 26 and single. And did you tell your parents that you want to work abroad?
Yes, I do tell them.
What did they say?
They were very, very supportive.
Okay, good. Tell me, why should we hire you?
You should hire me because I have significantly contributed to my previous job, and I know that I can handle any challenge or any task that was assigned to me. And at the same time, I want to learn more enhance more about my teaching skills. And I know that teaching in other countries can also help me on how to develop my teaching profession.
Good. What do you know about the childcare industry in Singapore?
As far as I know, it is a kind of institution that where parents drop by their kids, and as teachers, I think it's from start to the morning until they were fetched by their parents. We were their second parents, wherein we teach them on how to do things, basic things like on how to feed themselves, and then on how to write, on how to read, and how to mingle with other children.
Good. How would you handle with difficult parents when you receive a negative feedback about a child who is misbehaved? What is your reply to the parents?
First, I am going to have a private talk or a close room discussion with them, and I'm going to not actually at once. I'm going to discuss the level or one at a time. What is the child doing inside the classroom? And at the same time, I'm going to provide them some reports regarding on how the child do the misbehaving or action.
Okay, good. All right. I believe that you have few years of work experience as a preschool teacher, as a preschool teacher, and can you please describe a time when your work was criticized?
Actually, when we have a new principal, but she told us that some of us were look dull because we don't have sometimes makeup.
Okay.
So to teach, she told us to put makeup so the children, when the children come, they won't be scary.
Good.
They won't be scared.
All right, sure.
So we practice on how to put makeup, and we we pony our hair so we won't be distracted on how when we teach.
Good. If you are selected to work in Singapore, are you able to handle class of all levels from ages 18 months to 6 years old?
Yes, definitely.
What about changing diapers for the children?
Yes.
Okay.
I already experienced that.
If I were your supervisor and ask you to do something that you disregard with, what would you do?
At first, I'm going to ask. Actually, anything that you ask me to do, I'm going to ask first, and then I'm still going to do it because you're my employer, you're my supervisor.
Good answer. Okay. Give me an example of a time you did something wrong. How did you handle it?
Actually, when I give bad negative feedback regarding my pupils, I feel bad because I know that every child has his own pace of development. But I make it to the point that when I give negative feedback, I also give an alternative or a plan on how will the child develop.
Very good. What do you see your profession going in the next 5 years?
Maybe I'm going after. Maybe I'm going to take my masteral, and then at the same time I'm going to build a preschool because it's also my dream.
Good.
I'm going to also share my knowledge
Good.
on what I get from you.
Good. So you have a passport, right?
Yes, I do have.
When is your passport expires?
I think it's 2018.
Can you please show it to me?
Wait. Here, November 6, 2018.
Okay. Thank you. So if you're selected, you can come by end of June, right?
Okay, yes, sir.
Good.
I can.
So do you have any more questions for me?
Yes, I do.
Go
I
on.
have two questions. First, why do you choose to hire Filipino teachers aside from instead of teachers who were living in Singapore?
Good question. Okay, we have in total about almost 2,000 childcare centers in Singapore, be it private organizations as well as government bodies, government organizations. So we need to cater a lot of childcare English teachers due to the fact that for local Singaporeans, we have quite a number of teachers, but we don't have not so many teachers who are willing to work as a preschool teacher. You know that to work as a preschool teacher, the responsibilities is very, very high. I believe so. I believe you know that, and the responsibility is not as easy as what people think.
Yes.
And we found that Filipino teachers, they are very hardworking. We knew that they can deliver the job professionally. However, it's just that, of course, communications, it's a little bit breakdown because you must adapt to our Singapore culture. All right. So when you come to Singapore, of course, you need to learn. You need to be more open, to widen up your horizon, to accept our Singapore culture, and also, I think there should be no problem. And I have hired more than 200 or 300 teachers in Singapore.
Okay.
So that's my answer, because we need so many English preschool teachers, and we don't mind to hire foreign worker like Philip from the Philippines.
Okay. So for my second question, I'm just curious. Are you a preschool teacher or a teacher?
No, I'm not. I am the employment agency. I'm the owner. Yeah, I'm the owner of the employment agency. I recruited. As I mentioned, I'm the owner of the employment agency, and I recruit foreign workers like you to come to Singapore, and I bring these teachers to give to my childcare centers in Singapore.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.
No problem. So more clear. So you can come by end of June. You have a passport. Okay, that's fine. That's good. Let me get back to BM Card Agency, and of course I will bring this forward video recording to my client, and they will review it, and they will let me know if you are shortlisted. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Marianne.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.